Hey guys, how's it going? Kulprit here, and welcome back. Welcome back to some real content, not me posting about how I'm getting swept away in tides and stuff like that. An actual commentary where I want to talk about a specific topic, and Battlefield 3 no less. A lot of you guys have been messaging me wanting to see more Battlefield 3. I went back and looked. I hadn't played Battlefield 3 in over a month. Yes, I was away for a week for the hurricane and whatnot, but between that, Medal of Honor before that, and just kind of a general burnout, I hadn't played Battlefield 3 in a long time. So today I went in. We're getting another nor'easter, and for those of you who don't know, nor'easter is basically a smaller, slightly smaller hurricane. It just comes from a different direction. So hopefully the island will fare a lot better. I still have power right now, so if I cut out all of a sudden, that means I'm out of power. But hopefully we'll hold solid here. So I went in today. I played some Battlefield 3. I just went in and played some TDM. That's what you're seeing, behind the commentary. These are just some clips from my very first TDM match. 500 tickets. I don't even know how I wound up in that on Armored Shield. Now, what I kind of went away from Battlefield 3, I didn't like the Armored Kill maps at all. Obviously, we knew all the problems with Rush. I didn't really like them for TDM either. I just felt like some of them were just really boring, long sight lines, and tough. This one, though, I'm really enjoying. I know why, but I don't know what's changed, and that's kind of what I'm going to talk about in the video overall. But this one to me, it has some long sight lines, and it has some cover, but the cover's not permanent. There's a lot of destruction on this map, which I love. There's very close quarter environments where you're clearing buildings and those little compounds, the walls, but you have to be careful of long sight lines too. I think this map has a lot of different variables, and I really enjoy it personally. This is kind of the style that I'm looking for. Clearing little compounds, room to room, building to building, but yet having long sight lines too, being able to flank. I really enjoyed this match, even though it took forever. I don't even remember how long it took. Probably easily a half an hour. I did alright. I think I went positive. I don't know exactly what I did. Probably 1.5 KD, something like that. Not too bad. I was very pleased with it having been away. As you guys can see, my aim is very raw. My reflexes were a little slow because not only is this my first time back at Battlefield 3 in over a month, as you guys know, I haven't played any FPS in probably a good 10 days or so. At least a week, before all my power went down. So that brings me to my topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that's just other games making you better at, in this case, Battlefield 3. I totally fail here on awareness. I see that guy knifing. I saw him there. I thought it was a teammate. Sorry, teammate. Blew that one. Awareness fail, like I said. It's rusty. I'm getting back, and then I try to outsnipe the sniper. Other games, yeah, making you better. And there's a strange thing going on. I was playing this game very differently than my normal style. You guys know I rush. Or I like to rush anyway. And today I was playing very slow. I was playing a little more methodical, cover to cover. Here in this map, you really have to move a lot fast. You just have to. I played, what was that, Bandar Desert after this, and that one I did, and it was like, I felt like I had this clock in my head where I was like, you're camping, you're almost camping, you gotta move. And I was thinking about that when I logged out, and I was thinking about why that is, and that's what made me make this commentary. I think really two things, okay? First of all, I played, a lot of Medal of Honor, and you guys that have played Warfighter, I should say, to be specific. That game, in my opinion, is very cover-to-cover. It's not as fast and open as Call of Duty style. It looks like it is, but it's not. For me, it's very cover-to-cover. You die very fast. You have to play a little more cautious. You can run and gun and things like that, but overall, for me, it's cover-oriented, and you have to be careful. And you watch me. I run from cover to cover. I use cover to block sight lines as I move, things like that. And I'm happy with that, because I think those are good elements in the game, in my game, and the things I always work on. My thing is always, it's tough for you to move fast, recognize danger, and slow down. Because you're moving so fast, it's hard to recognize when you're in danger, because, you just don't have as much time to sense that, so to speak. I always feel it's easier to move slowly, and therefore you can sense an opportune time to rush, or you can sense when you have an advantageous position. Moving slowly gives you more time to recognize these things and make the correct decision. So I'm always trying to find that pace, that blend of caution and rushing and running and gun. And like I always say, I like to play a little cautious, but always be applying pressure. Now, that doesn't mean I'm always running down, the avenues and trying to, rush. Not necessarily. Sometimes a guy posted up in a really good strategic place can put a lot of pressure on the other team, because, you can command a couple sight lines, and it really limits what they can do. Now, obviously, I have to add the caveat that I do not endorse camping. To be fair, on a map like this one you're seeing here, Armored Shield, I don't know if technically there is camping, because thankfully on this map there's a lot of destruction. Obviously, there's cheesiness. You'll see some later. It was I saw this the one support guy. He kind of holed himself up in a second story with his claymores and his, LMG. But at the same time, once you know he's there, you can deal with him. So, but the weird thing is, aside from Medal of Honor Warfighter and the playing that game and making me kind of play a little more cautious, I've also been watching, strangely enough, as some of you guys may have seen on Twitter and Facebook, I've been posting, I've been kind of getting into with a buddy of mine some airsoft, and basically what we're doing right now is we're in the R&D stages. We're watching a lot of videos and things like this, and I've just been watching far more airsoft oriented videos lately than I have been my normal gaming YouTube stuff. And basically these guys play very slow, very like they call it milsim. It's basically they're mimicking real life military, and these guys play very slow. They play cover to cover, very tactical, very strategic. It's all about communication and flanking. And I just find myself now, I guess, from watching so much of that's how I'm trying to play. My reaction is, as I'm running up behind people, I see them getting I'm immediately trying to lay down suppressing fire. No hopes of killing the guy. I'm just trying to help that guy out in front of me. When I see a guy storming a building, whether I see an enemy or not, I'm throwing a grenade up into the second story. Just to kind of add some assistance. And it's a really selfless way to play, and I don't want to say it's something I didn't do before, but it just feels a little bit different. And I mean, I'm probably doing it at a detriment to myself, because later on I go over to have that grenade and I don't have it. But it's a fun way to play at the same time. You get that other level feeling where you're just like, it really kind of makes you, and I should make a whole video on this, that it really kind of makes you realize that Battlefield 3 is really, for all its flaws, and you guys know I hammer on them all the time, it's really a phenomenal game. I mean, to me, like, I went away for a week because of Hurricane Sandy, not having power, and I come back, and truthfully, Medal of Honor, I tried to redeem the knife saver there, but I didn't quite get it in time. I didn't miss Medal of Honor Warfighter at all, and I hadn't played it. The game had just come out. You'd think I'd be jonesing to get right back in there and play it. I didn't. I really missed Battlefield 3. I was afraid I was going to log in and have a couple bad matches, and it was going to spoil that mood. It's kind of like for any of you that have dated a girl for a long time, and you got into the doldrums of the relationship a year or two later, and you break up, and you go apart for a little while, and then you kind of make back up, and you get back together, and it's just, you immediately feel that comfort, and like it's where you belong, so to speak. So that's kind of how it was with Battlefield 3 with me. Don't get me wrong, some of the warts kind of revealed themselves, and nobody's perfect, right? So I'm kind of happy that I'm feeling this way. I don't have much control over it myself. I'm happy I'm feeling that way. I'm going to be playing Battlefield 3 a lot more. Still going to play Warfighter. I have nothing against Warfighter. It's a fine game. It's got a lot of issues, but every game that comes out these days does. I think just what it's lacking for me, Battlefield 3 everybody says this, had all the same issues that Warfighter has, in general. But the problem is Battlefield 3, you could see, just had this epicness. It just had this other layer of, just gameplay and I can't think of the word. Immersion, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. That you were like, all right, I'll put up with this BS. I'll wait, because if it gets there, it's going to be incredible. I don't get that sense with Warfighter. I mean, it's an okay game. I'll play it. It's almost like a sidetrack distraction game for me. But I don't see that end game epicness. And I'm sorry to use those death buzzwords so much. I hate when people do that. But it is really the proper word right now. So I'm really, rest assured, guys, Battlefield 3 is still my primary game. I'm kind of excited when I think, all of a sudden I look up and I realize that Aftermath isn't that far away. I mean, I kind of had it in my head that it was so far away. I think it's just the end of the month, really, right? Or I guess for me it would be like the first week of December, which is pretty cool because we could use it, and I kind of have some hopes for it. But I'm going to be bringing you some more Battlefield 3 content. Let me know if that's something you're interested in, what specifically you might want to see, because I want to make sure I'm bringing you guys stuff you want to see. I'm going to probably, stick to TDM gameplay for a little while, so I apologize if you get tired of seeing that, just as I get my game back around. And then, I'm going to try and play some different things. Like I said, some more Squad Rush like I was playing before. We might even try to get some, game nights together with the Company 008 guys and just kind of make up our own game mode, so to speak. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it. So let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if, you understand what I'm talking about. You kind of feel the same way sometimes when you come back to other games and you feel like other games might have made you play better. Now, I guess the inverse could be just as true, and it can make you worse, I'm sure. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for sticking around while I've been away for so long, and look forward to content to start pumping out again as we move forward. Like always, guys, I appreciate it if you like and comment the video, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.